So you've worked really hard on your profile and you're 90% done with it. Great job. But let's move on to the last 10% so we can move on to making money. So we've logged in and we'll go to the Find Work tab. So the first thing we're going to look at is certifications. And let's scroll down here. Certifications is right past portfolio, and here we have it. Now, like most things we've covered, this goes hand in hand with backing up what you say you can do. If you have any certifications that apply to your skills, you can go ahead and add them here. Now, I don't have any relevant certifications to my skill set, but just to show you how easy it is to add a certification, I'm going to add a made-up one to my profile. Again, this profile will not be submitted. So click on the plus sign that appears to the work certifications. Now you can see that there are several certifications to choose from. Now to show you how this works, I'm going to first select Adobe Certified Expert. Every certificate asks you to prove it a little differently, and it looks like this one is among the most clunky. So if I had a certification, these are the steps I need to take to get it added to my profile. Since I don't have that one, I'm going to cancel, and I'll add a fake one. So I'll scroll down to Other, select that, and then I'll write Podcasting Guru under certification name. And then under Provider, I'll write Podcasters of the World Incorporated. I hope that's not a real thing. And then under Description, I'll write about what this certification entails. Okay, so that's a good enough description for my fake certification. Date earned, I'll say that was December 31st, 2015. And then there's also a place to submit a code or a link, but I'll skip that and I'll click Add Certification. And there we go. Now I have this fake certification of Podcasting Guru. Easy as that. Next, you may want to add some employment history. So let's scroll down. Employment history can be found just past tests. Now this one's pretty self-explanatory, so I won't go too deep into it, but this follows the same general rule as everything else we've discussed. If it has any relevance to your skill set and can be of help getting you jobs, then by all means, add it to your employment history. However, if you worked as a farmhand for a summer and you are now coding apps, then maybe don't add that history because that's probably not going to help you get jobs. Next is other experiences, and this is pretty much a catch-all for anything that may be relevant but didn't fit into another section on your profile. Again, if you can think of something relevant, go ahead and add it. Now, the last thing you need to decide on is your hourly rate that appears at the top of your profile. This is pretty tough for me to give you advice on, since the recommended rates vary drastically depending on your skill set. The minimum per hour you can charge is $3 an hour, but I'm guessing if you're taking this course, you are not planning on working for $3 an hour. After your profile's been accepted, you can check out your competition and set your rate based on what they have. Now to start with, you may want to set your rate lower than your competition. So if you see a lot of comparable competitors charging around $20 an hour, you could think about maybe starting at 15. Then as you start bringing in positive feedback, you can of course raise your rates. Once you're top rated, you should be charging more than your competition, in some cases a lot more. So there you have it. You are now done with your profile. Now don't submit it just yet. Go through and check everything for grammatical errors. If you have too many of them, Upwork could reject your profile, and that would not be good. It's also a good idea to have a friend read everything to check for errors and give you input. They will be able to give you their first impression of your profile, which can provide some valuable insight. Another option is to hire somebody on Upwork to proofread it for you. Of course, you would have to send them the text in a document since they won't be able to see your profile. After you're done with that, you are ready to submit your profile for review. So let's go to Complete My Profile. We will scroll through the steps here. And once we've been through all 3 steps, we can then click on Submit for review. So now you're wondering, how long does it take to be accepted? Well, for most people, it takes less than 24 hours, but I have heard of it taking a bit longer. So when you've been accepted, you are ready to move on to the next lesson, and that is finding the jobs that you will apply for.